Hey guys, Cindy Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Lydia from Aiden and Ivy Travel. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good because we're celebrating. You are a new Cruise on Vacation graduate. How does it feel?
It's amazing. It's amazing. This has been amazing.
It's quite a journey. A lot of people are like, "Wow, what just happened?" after they go through the program. But Lydia,
Yeah.
share with everyone if you would, where were you before doing the Cruise on Vacation program, and where is your business now?
So before this, it was a dream. It was something that I said, I always want to travel. My next job, I want to travel. My next job, I want to travel. It
Mm.
kept being a theme. And finally, I said, wait a minute, I can travel on my own and I can help
I'm
other
gonna make
people
my own
travel.
career where I get to travel as much as I want.
Right.
I love that.
And so it went from like a dream to after your program, like reality, something concrete, like I have a business. I have a business that I can thrive in. So it's amazing.
You were when you came in, you were working full time, all those
Mhm.
hours. It was your dream to get to to be able to run your business and travel. So tell everybody that other big change you made in your life since taking the program.
So I was able to leave my full-time job, which was like, oh my gosh.
That's
But
such
I
a
was
big
able to leave
thing.
it. And now like I have the time and the availability for family, for travel, for job, for work, everything. It's there. It's present.
Goal accomplished.
While I was in the
While you
program.
were in, that's so exciting. So before 12 weeks, before starting full time, working for someone else, going by their rules, having to ask for permission to go on vacation, to being able to do your own thing. Lady,
Exactly.
kudos to you. That's the dream right there. It's the freedom. It's a freedom,
Yep.
right? Yes.
Exactly.
I
Thanks.
love it. What do you
Yep.
feel like have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program?
Okay, you're gonna laugh at me. um, the mindset stuff,
Mm.
affirmations, like, whoa. I always used to look at that and go, this is so silly. Like, why do people do this? And then I started doing it because it's part of the program.
Yeah.
And
What does it hurt? We're gonna give you all the technical how to run your business and all the secrets and all of the things, but I always say, what does it hurt just to do it? Try it. You've already paid for it. Just do it.
right, right. And the wins that I kept getting, like the amazing things that kept happening because I started doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, Cindy's totally onto something here. Like,
Tell me what some of the wins were. What were some of the things that started happening and showing up in your life?
yeah, I said I want to pay my debt down. I don't
Mm.
want to have debt. And I was like, okay, let's just say it. And then I think about a month ago looked at my debt and realized I paid it down.
I love that. Yes, it's good. And one of the reasons too, like mindset is not just all woo woo. It's like it's when I was in corporate, my job was to help coach, train, succession plan executives. It is
Mhm.
setting intention for reaching your goals, right? This is the goal that I have. This is the thing that I want to accomplish. And how you wake up every day and stay laser focused on that. Part of it is, yes, you need to affirm what you're trying to do. And part of it is, yes, you need to make sure you're getting clarity on that goal, which is literally module one of like, what do you want for your life? Let's build that out and help you with your goals. But it is when you become a new business owner, it's one of those things where I saw so many people struggling with that. Like they never had a bigger dream or like these big goals that they set for themselves, or they had like, oh, I wish I could do this thing for years and years and years, and they sit on it, like pay
Mhm.
your debt or make the bookings or whatever the things are, but like it was just more of a wish. And when you get clear and you have that clarity, then you make it a
Mhm.
goal and then you affirm it. That's when it actually gets done. Like, right?
100%. Yeah.
I
So I
love
was
that.
like, what? What? Like I just because it was just it was something my affirmation every morning, I and evening. I did it, but I didn't think about it. I was looking at it a month ago, and that's when I realized by making that reality exactly what you said, setting that standard, it happened.
Yeah.
And that just freed me up so much because now I'm like, whoa, I can do this travel. Like, I have my business, but now I'm looking at I have this business from a debt free standpoint.
Isn't that powerful? That, I mean, you have more resources, so you feel empowered to do more things and kind of do those whatever decisions you want to make in your business out of your toolbox of the things that we gave you. You can be like, maybe I am going to invest in marketing. Maybe I am going to do these other things. Maybe I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna go on a cruise so I can get some marketing creatives and then plug them into my marketing machine that Cyndi just taught me to put together.
Right, exactly.
I love it. Lydia, tell everybody something that is inside our program, not to put you on the spot, but something that you didn't even realize was inside the program, or something that you feel like helped you, that you didn't know before signing up with us.
Besides the fact there's amazing people that give and give
Ooh,
and really help you.
that is a good one. Yeah, this is not an e-program. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's e-learning." It's not e-learning. You get modules, you get a mem site, you get a portal, you get materials that are regularly updated on a regular basis. But yeah,
Mhm.
what was the why did that matter? Why did you need real people going through this process?
Because when I had doubt, when I had a fear, I knew I could reach out to somebody. I could go
Mm,
into our Facebook group, or I could be in our meetings and talk to a person.
mm,
And it was just like reaffirming everything. Like, no, what's this doubt? Get rid of it. Da 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 da.
yeah,
And making it so that I knew, like, yeah, I'm on the right track. It was just reaffirming.
yeah.
And people, I feel like there's such a connection. Like, that's what we're in this business for,
Mhm.
besides trouble. There's a connection with people. And that's exactly what I got out of this program. I think I'm walking away with some really strong lifetime friends and mentors that I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else.
Yeah. And when you're setting up, people underestimate, I think, how complicated this industry is, especially post pandemic, right? This is
Mhm.
not an endeavor you should lean into lightly. There's a lot of detail setting up, and that human element that you mentioned is, I think, having people that, as you're setting it up in a real world environment, right? Like you're setting up your business for real. It's not for pretend and then you're gonna do it after you get out of the program. No, you set it up while you're in the program so you do have human support to
Mhm.
troubleshoot as you get it into that kind of real world shape, if that makes sense. So I love that you
Yep.
brought up the human element because we don't talk about that a ton. I mean, we do. Everyone loves something different about the program, but that's a foundational thing. Just like mindset is that you get to work with real people. That
Mhm.
matters when you're doing complicated things you've never done before. It really makes a huge difference. So I'm so glad that you found some value in our program from that
Oh, I
human
found
element.
more than just some. I found more than just some.
I like well, and just to talk about too, because I think it was so funny. We were updating our enrollment agreements this week, and I was laughing because our agreements were so old. It said that we have like I think 10 or 12 calls a month, and I was like, I started calculating. I'm like, we are doing 24 live calls that people can show up for different topics. Like, of course,
Mhm.
they can show up to my calls every week and ask whatever questions they want to get, and they get access to me, but we have our Facebook expert, we have our branding expert, our mindset expert, our
Yep.
now we have a marketing workshop that happens every month. We have an accessibility workshop. I mean, I can't even tell you the whole list. The
Mhm.
CRMs, we have CRM partners that come in and train. So it really is like a, it's just a ton of like places you can show up in that live space. And I'm
Mhm.
a learner that is show me it and then I'll get it, right? Versus like book learner. But you have both, which I think is a cool thing for different types of learners. And
Mhm.
I saw your face on many of the mastermind classes, so I know you really leaned into getting the most from the program, which is definitely showing off in your results now. What would you
Yeah.
tell that person, Lydia, who's out there and maybe was like you, they want to travel for their life. They want to make this a viable business. They want to get to the place where you are, where they have their own thing and can make decisions, where they're paying debt down and doing all the things that you're doing now that you have your own business. Someone who's sitting on the fence, they have the feeling that careers on vacation is probably for them, but they're on the fence about, is this for me? What would you want that person to know about careers on vacation?
There's a lot. Okay, so just to give a little backstory, if I have children, I have a family. I thought, what? How am I going to do this?
Mm,
But that's that one thought that holds you back from everything.
yep.
Like, it's not how.
Limiting belief. Yep.
Limiting belief. And so if you've got a family, if you've got kids, if you take care of your parents, you take care of other people, and you just have a lot of responsibilities, it can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done. Like I I just sorry, I'm like I know that putting myself there and doing the work, my children have now seen me do this, and
Mm,
they're like, "Whoa, you can do that. We can do this."
yeah.
And I can tell in our conversations, they're looking at me differently. Like the people who I support or help, I guess, are
Mhm.
looking at me differently. Like, "Whoa, you're accomplishing," and I'm like, "Yes." And you can too. And so it's this different, it's become like a mindset shift for everyone around me.
I'm getting all the chills. I'm getting all the goosebumps on my arm because that's so true. I just said that. Someone interviewed me on a media thing the other day, and they said, like, what's your best advice or whatever, and I was like, kids don't learn from what you tell them to do. They learn from what you model for them. So if you
Yeah,
want your kids to be happy, you want them to find their joy in life, you better be happy and enjoy, pursuing what is going to make you joyful and help and whatever that thing is, right? So I
right.
love that because that's so true. Because my journey was similar. When I let go of a business I was hating, non travel related, and I doubled down on my agency and started growing it, my daughter said the same thing. She's like, "Mommy, you're so happy now." And I look up to you so much. I'm like, really? I was like, what? I was like, the kids normally are, but she still to this day is like, she's so funny. She has little nicknames for me, but she'll see me working late and she'll go, "Okay, Queen, you need to put the laptop down. Let's watch some movies. I see you working over there." She makes jokes about it, but she knows that every day when I wake up, I do what I love. And
Hmm.
I'm seeing her now pursue her, but she's in high school now and she's really going after theater and music. And it's like, and it's just one of those things where it's like, you can't teach that through telling kids what to do. You can only
Hmm.
teach it by what you're modeling for them. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. And I think what you brought up about the time too, that can be, you're like, how am I going to do this? A lot of people in our program, have full-time jobs and they have families or they have a lot of things going on. So how did you do it? How tell people how you went through our program.
Right. So I also had a full-time job
Mm-hmm.
and, with the children and their activities and things like that, and making dinner.
Yeah.
Something is so simple
Yeah.
that takes so much time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Those
I
kids want to eat
started
every day. They're so annoying.
every day.
Like 3 times too. They want to eat 3 times a day.
I didn't have to make lunch. No.
Mm-hmm.
But I started thinking, okay, and I think we did this. Where do I have blocks of time where I'm not doing anything? Where
Mm-hmm.
I'm the instead of the creator, I'm the content person. Like I'm taking in other content.
Yeah.
And I remember us doing that as a group.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, by the way, because you put that forth. And I was like, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I have time here. I have time here. Bam. And then that's when things just started to occur and happen. And, you know, basically that's when my business got going.
I love it. And you can't, that's the nice thing about our program that a membership portal, the materials you go through whenever you want, they're available online. But then
Mhm.
if you want to, you can show up in those live spaces. And if you can't show up in the live spaces, you watch the replay. And if you
Yep.
can't make a call, you send your questions in and we answer it live for you on the call. So it's one of those things where we have done everything in our power to make it work, whether you have a full time job, a family, or, and how many kids do you have, Lydia?
Too.
You have two, I have three. We're all busy. Like, so I get that. That's who I always tell people that's who I am. I'm just a mom who figured it out. And now I share it with other moms
Yep.
and dads and anyone that wants to be a travel entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because we do have to do it when we can carve out those times and those pieces. I love that.
Right. And there was a big thing that you said. Things are on replay. So when I'm sitting watching gymnastics, I've got my earbud in and listening to the class if I couldn't make it.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like,
That's my favorite mom hack because, when they're doing the gymnastics, it's not always their turn. We don't really care about the other kids. You can totally be listening or watching on your phone. Yeah, 100%. I know. I've been the volleyball meets the all day things. And you're like, okay, like 2 hours of this time is going to be my kid, and then the rest of this 12-hour day is like, what can I do? I love that. That's such a good mom hack. It's such a good one. I love it. So, Lydia, last question: would you recommend Careers on Vacation to others, and why?
100%. And if this is what you want to do, you know you want to go into travel, or you have this inkling and you're like, but I've kind of always wanted to, because we do have those moments. I kind of always wanted to, just do it. This is I am so thankful. I'm so thankful because I would not be where I am today without this program. Marketing, mindset, connections, who to pick for this or that, honestly. And the CRMs, like that in itself, having someone to come talk to you about CRM stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
So yes, I 100% get in there, do it. You will never regret it.
I
That's my
love
thought.
it. Guys, you heard it here first. And I want to remind you, Careers on Vacation is our 12-week mastermind. This is exactly the program Lydia just graduated from. This is an inside peek of what our MEM site looks like right here. All of the modules, all of the materials, you get all of that in an on-demand way. So if you're at the soccer match or the gymnastics, you can watch it there. And then our beautiful humans that we talked about, you get to work with real people, real coaches, real experts in different fields that will help you craft a beautiful travel business. And we're so proud you guys have made us the #1 educators in the industry. We're going on 170-ish case studies at this point. You can check those out on YouTube along with Lydia's, which you're watching now, and visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now, which is where you can apply for Careers on Vacation. We do have limited number of spots every month, so please apply early to avoid getting put on the dreaded wait list, which is where no one wants to be. When they're ready to start, they're ready to go. So apply early for sure. And Lydia, thank you so much for sharing your amazing story today. Kudos to you for being a mom and putting yourself first and modeling what that looks like for your children, paying down that debt. Your business is up and viable now, and you are going to be traveling the world just like your dream was just 12
Yeah,
weeks ago. So I'm so
thank
proud of
you.
you. You're not going too far. You're going over to our grad community. So, but congratulations. And thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time.